Hello, we are the Community Outreach Department of the Rover team for Iditarod Motorsports. We are located at Hoff High School near Charlotte, North Carolina.
Our goal of our community outreach project this year was to introduce youth into the field of STEM by providing an educational and interactive environment to foster their interest and creativity for this field. We did this by going to Bailey Middle School and holding 2 educational and engaging workshops about STEM-related subjects. The motivation behind this purpose was derived from our observation of the apathetic attitude students exhibited within a standard classroom setting. Although we were originally planning on conducting this workshop with elementary school age children, we later decided to work with 8th graders. We chose this age group because they will soon be entering high school and taking classes that interest them. We contacted the principal of Bailey Middle School and a teacher for permission to host this workshop in the teacher's class during school hours. After permission was granted, we were given access to the projector and all class computers, which were used to give the lessons. Permission forms were handed out beforehand to ensure the ethicality of taking videos and pictures of the children.
In order to spark their interest in STEM, we hosted an interactive workshop for 2 8th grade classes of around 20 students on 2 separate days at Bailey Middle School to participate in. The workshop was designed to consist of 2 sections. First, the students would be taught the basics of Java programming and graphic design. For the Java lesson, we designed and taught a lesson to teach the basics of writing in the Java program, including variables, Java operations, methods, and class creation. For the graphic design lesson, we taught various strategies and design tips to create a logo. Afterwards, we instructed students to group themselves into teams of 4 to 5 and, working together, to create their own Java code and design a logo to represent their code, as if they were creating and advertising a product. These students would then be given approximately 40 minutes of uninstructed class time to work with their peers to design their code and logo. Finally, their code and logos would be shared to the rest of the class. Though we tried to keep the lesson plan concise, we realized on the first day of our workshops that some of the students still seemed to not completely grasp several Java concepts. As such, for the second day, we simplified the Java lesson even further. Careful observations indicated that the students on the second day understood the material far better than the students on the first day. Another obstacle that we had to overcome dealt with the program used for the students to write their Java on. We were originally planning on downloading the program BlueJ for the students to write their Java on. However, the day prior to our workshop, we discovered that Charlotte-Mecklenburg school policy prohibited the downloading of programs on their computers without official approval, which would take up to a year to be verified. As such, we adjusted our plans and found a new website called Replit for the students to write their Java code, which required no downloading.
To qualify and record the results of our workshops, as well as determine what we could improve for our future workshops, we gave the students a survey that they filled out to give us feedback. We gave them free response questions asking whether they enjoyed the workshop and what they believed that it could be improved were also included in the survey. Multiple choice questions asking how knowledgeable they were about JavaScript and graphic design before and after the workshop based on the Likert scale, whether the workshop had made them more interested in a career of STEM, as well as general questions to record basic demographic information such as race, gender, and age were also given. The next steps that we are planning to execute will be to improve the workshop experience for next year, utilizing the suggestions given by the students. While teaching the students about Java, we realized that the curriculum that we were teaching was at times too complicated for them. Since we taught the workshop for 2 days, after the first day we revised our presentation. Through the simple steps of making the wording of the slides easier to understand, the feedback that we got made it clearer that our revisions worked. Through providing an interactive and educational environment, we hope to spark in youth an interest in STEM and, on a broader spectrum, an inspired motivation to seek knowledge in general within the classroom setting.